The Executive Director, Center for Human Rights and Conflict Resolution, based in Lokoja, Kogi State, advises the people to stand against any lawmaker found wanting by withdrawing their votes if they've lost confidence in them.
We should de-emphasize money. And that is the problem that we face. People go to say, I cannot pay my school fees. It's normal. I don't have food in my house. I want to marry a new wife. I need a new car. These are the complaints that the parliamentarians get. And that is why they are able to sustain all of us. But do we engage them? Do we send text to them? Whether they reply or not, at least they should read their text messages. Some of them, you call them, they're always in a meeting, even 2 o'clock in the night, every time, Saturday and Sunday, they're in a meeting. But when they are looking for vote, they are not in a meeting. They come home to search for vote. But as of today, how many of them had gone back to their constituency to organize constituency meeting and briefing? So we should de-emphasize of monitoring executive performance alone. At state level, we must visit the parliament. We must know what they are doing. We must make comments. We must also assist them. Parliamentary business is not something you just wake up because you are a professor and you think you know it all. It must learn through the process. And I think that is the key thing that is happening, that the people in our parliament are doing what they like because they also enjoy impunity. But because people don't also know that there is a provision in the constitution, as the parliament can impeach the executive, the people that vote them in can do. But the point is the fact that that is why people must vote. If you don't vote for somebody, if you are, they call it a recall. I'm not able to quote directly from the constitution, but you have the power to recall your House of Representatives, the senator, and the state assembly. But how organized are we? Before people will go, they will go and gossip and say they are planning to recall you. But there must be evidence that you actually voted before you can sign impeachment of a parliamentarian. So it's not because you like the person you are voting for him or her, because you are exercising your civic responsibility. That's all of us must go out, collect our PVC, and cast our vote. And when our person that we have voted for, or who claim to have won, or who have been declared, because in Nigeria there are 2 things. You either declare a winner, or you have won. So in that context, you can now say your performance is not satisfactory, we want you back home. And you can collect signatures. And when you collect the signature, you send to that house, and it will be investigated and the person will be asked to go.
Mr. Idris frowned at the intentions of some lawmakers, whom he says only concern themselves with their personal aggrandizement than the welfare of the people.
People concentrate more on who becomes a local government chairman, on who becomes the governor of the state, and who becomes the president of their state. Because these people can take unilateral decisions. You want to go and lobby for appointment, you want to get contract. A local government chairman can give you a contract, a governor can give you a contract, and president can do the same. But parliament, people have forgotten the fact that is why in Kogi State in the last 8 years, I have been working and conducting training and engaging the assembly. Because these people are lawmakers. And if they make bad laws for me and you, we are forced to obey it. And that is why we need to engage and to know the character of the people that have put themselves forward as legislators. And therefore, today, it's even more worse at state level. A lot of persons did not even know why they are in that place. It is like unemployment to many people. And therefore, you go there and get employed. That's why you see so many of them, when they leave, they will tell you, I have no job. And that is because they think what is happening in the assembly where they are. You see an assembly member for 3 years did not sponsor a single bill. You see a parliamentarian in Nigeria, both federal and state, a whole year did not move a motion. He goes there, she or he goes there, sit down, collect allowances. Some will not even come. And that is, some will come, they come late. Some will not even wait. We have seen cases where in Kogi State Assembly, in the immediate assembly, where somebody for complete 3 years could not even submit a report. They go for oversight function, they don't even report it. And it's because the citizen does not carry out monitoring. Do they have constituency offices? Do they attend to their office? Now, we are going to almost 1 year now. How many of the National Assembly members have constituency offices where you can engage them? The senators, the House of Rep member. Talk more of the state. As at Kogi today, I live in Lokoja here. I don't know any that have been able to establish since June 4 that they have inaugurated a constituency office. But yet they are moving around with very expensive car. That could be loan. Can't you also take loan to take a constituency office where your constituent can engage you? And that is the thing. and brief them, what do you want me to struggle for in the budget 2016 before it is passed? They didn't consult anybody. As far as I'm concerned, I'm from the Western Senatorial District. I'm a member of National Political Reform Conference in 2005. And by virtue of the job I do as a civil society working on budget and everything, no single constituency activity, both at state and national, has been organized in my constituency by any parliament. And that is the accident of history that we are going through today.
For Mr. Dalhatu Musa, a political affairs analyst, there must be a political reorientation for all politicians in the country, while calling for proper prosecution of lawmakers who engage in exchange of fisticuffs during arguments in the floor of the House.
We, even in the society, unfortunately believe that the level of performance of a legislator is his ability to share money to his members of the constituencies. And that is the most unfortunate thing. We don't rate them by their contribution in the parliament. So no matter how well they contribute in creating policies that will better the lots of the people, we don't see it as anything. We prefer legislators who will just sit down there without doing anything, but at the end will come back to his constituency, share motorcycles, give money. Any little complaint, he gives you money, and that is a good legislator, unfortunately, by our own, expectation or judgment. And that is the reason why they want to make this money at all costs. Therefore, anything that the executive want to do, the executive must give them gratification before it sells through, no matter how good or bad. And they also want to struggle to get principal positions in the assembly in order to get more money so that they can finance whatever campaign promises they make at the constituency level, which is very unfortunate.
The crisis in the two North Central State Houses of Assembly may have stalled legislative duties, putting on hold the determining process of the state's plans. And for as long as the feud persists, the people's hopes on the passage of bills that would improve their welfare and development may also have to drag longer.